Yo, what's up, everybody? Carrick and DX here. Welcome to another brand new episode of Breaking the Mold, episode 184. Almost a full crew. Look who just slid in here. That's awesome. Big Dom. What's up, dude? I'll just say what's up to you first.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. What's going on,
Okay.
man?
I just my computer is acting up. I don't know why it's not fucking. I had to resort to my iPad.
Oh, okay. No, you sound good. We hear you. What's going on?
Yep.
How are you?
Not much. Just enjoyed the week. The weekend was great. Had a little. I went to ToyCon NJ up in Wayne.
Nice.
Saw some friends.
So
The guy that's next to you. Yeah, saw Mr.
Yeah.
Brian Brink.
So at the new location, those guys that went, Brian and Dom, that's like the second or third time it's been there since it moved, right?
I think
Or
it's been
did
the third.
It moved like
I think
before the world
Definitely
went crazy,
third.
right? Okay.
Definitely
It's
the
definitely
one.
third.
Yeah.
There's possible. I know that they did it. I don't know if they did it before COVID there at that location. I think they did in the fall.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
I think we went. The first time I was there was the Wayne show in January of
Okay.
last year.
Yeah, so
I
it
know-
was after.
Yeah.
I know
I know-
for a fact that they had it in 2020 in the fall, like in the 2020 when I think they had it in November. They had it at the Wayne show over there.
Yeah, that sounds right because I moved down here in 2019 and I was with you guys at the last one in Parsippany, like the
Yeah.
month before we moved down, basically.
Really?
That fall of 19. Mm-hmm. Yeah, fall of 19.
So
Damn,
I think they had it at 2020 in the fall and in the spring in 21 and the fall in 21 and then maybe this time around too because we're in 22. So probably the fourth.
No, Dom, I think I've only
they
been
have
to that. I've only been to that Grasshopper restaurant 3 times.
Yeah, because
So-
you didn't go in 2020.
Well, I think. Are you sure it was the ToyCon show, or was it?
Yes.
The,
Yes.
or was it
the
one of
Toy Con
those
show.
other shows?
No, it was the
sometimes
Toy-
they
it
do.
was-
They do other ones there. Sometimes they
Yeah.
do.
No,
they
it
do
was
other ones there.
definitely the Toy Con show. I remember.
Is
This was-
that venue's bigger though, right? Than the Parsippany one?
It's about the same size
Well,
would
why
say-
would I wait? Why would I not have gone though?
because it was COVID, dude. You were like locked up. You didn't want to go out. It's
You weren't
2020.
going
dude.
out. Yeah.
Come on, Brian. You were like scared. You're like, I can't go in my house. I can't leave my house.
He's like, I don't remember that.
Dude, I met up with you in 2020. We had lunch. Remember? I drove down, and we met up in 2020.
Yeah, and we had all those Targets and WalMarts, and
Yeah, that was
you
about
found,
the same
you
time.
found you found a red Ninja GI Joe or something like that.
Yeah, and we found those. We found the
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 repacks with the fake things. Oh, and the
and
turtles.
we found
that
some.
people
Yeah, and we
wanted.
found some turtles. Yeah, that people wanted.
Yeah, and we had the
I feel so
barbecue
bad.
With
And we had the barbecue. Yeah,
and
So
the ice cream. No, it
literally
was
that.
milkshake.
I forgot it was. It wasn't in August that I went down there or September.
It was a cold day.
Yeah, it was definitely. It's definitely like November or something that I came down.
I still don't believe that they had a Toy Con there.
How was the show though? Like, because people
I'm-
like, I don't know, was it as packed? Like people were saying it wasn't.
I was gonna say the pictures I saw did not look super congested in the aisles and stuff.
sparse.
Yeah, like it was definitely not as crowded as other shows. So and I did get that feedback from some vendors. Some vendors were kind of disappointed with the crowd.
Did the Four Horsemen have a table there?
Yes, they did.
Okay.
And they usually draw a crowd, so and
Yeah.
even I heard like their line wasn't even as large as usual.
Well, their line was definitely larger than. I don't think it was as long. Like I think the line was the longest I ever seen. I think it was comparable to the summer of 2021 when they had us out the door in the back when they were in the first room.
Oh, I
But in
remember
the
that.
second-
Yeah, the pictures.
Yeah. So in the second time when we went, the line was long, but it was not as long as this time around. But it was longer. It was longer if you catch my drift.
Yeah.
Like it was longer in the second show, but it wasn't as long It was longer in this show, but it didn't last that. Like after like the first line went through, I think you were able to walk in and get
What?
toys and stuff like that.
Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
And Dust is saying
So-
it picked up like around noon and parking was full. So okay,
Yeah,
sorry,
yeah,
guys,
yeah.
maybe slow
Yeah.
start.
I had trouble finding a place to park. I got there around 10:30ish, if I remember correctly, and I went all the way down. There's a back parking lot, and then I went down like the long road where people were parking like in the mud. There's nothing there, and then I turned around to go all the way around to the front. And I almost parked in some bank parking lot, and I was like, you know what? I saw some people walking back to their cars, so I'm going to turn all the way back around, and I found a spot in the mud. So that's where I parked.
Yeah, there was. I think parking was also limited because I think in that front parking lot they had a couple. I would say they probably had 7 to 10 demolished cars in that parking lot all the way at the end. So it took up spots.
I think with 180 vendor tables, that was everyone's car. That's and if the vendors are going to complain that no one's at the show, it's because no one can find a place to park because all the vendors took all the parking spots.
Yeah.
And that's why there's no one there to shop.
For some reason, when I rolled in, there was like the front parking lot was still available. Like a lot of the parking lot in the front, but like there was, I guess, some type of car dealership or some auto shop left like 6 or 7 cars that were kind of beat up in that parking lot. So I don't know if that was that was an impact doing parking because they weren't like tightly against each other. They were kind of spread out, so it took a lot of space.
What did you order for lunch at the Grasshopper?
Ooh, I had a corned beef and cabbage sandwich.
Nice.
Oh, God.
I got a French dip.
French dip.
Yeah.
And those dumplings, that said, right?
And those dumplings, yeah. I did get them to share, but then I ended up keeping them for myself.
They are good. They are really good. They are really good. All right. I'll move on to you, Brian. What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm good. I'm just scrolling down through ToyCon's Facebook page right now because I want to prove Dom wrong that they had a show in 2020. I'm still in the 2021s, but I'm going to get there and I'm going to find. Things are good. I got to see all my little nieces and nephews at the same time last Saturday. I made a Meatloaf Pita on Sunday. Gary, you'll love it.
Did you say pita or pizza?
Pizza. Instead of bread, it's just meatloaf. So there's no bread. So it's just meat.
Marvelous pizza.
I grated pepperoni just for fun because I didn't want to put the slices of pepperoni down because then it'd be hard to cut.
So you just had like regular meatloaf then, right? I mean, did you like what made it pizza?
Pepperoni sauce and cheese.
Oh my God.
I formed it into a metal pan like a
I gotcha. Okay.
Type of thing. Yeah.
Oh,
it was pretty good. What else? Went to that ToyCon thing, like Dom said, and didn't really spend any money. So that was
you had a very modest takeaway. It looked like from that show.
Gary, I gotta tell you something, man.
Uh-oh.
So you walk around these shows. You remember, right?
Yeah,
We've been doing this a long time. You walk around and you look at the sites, and you see all the cool stuff you're probably not gonna buy, stuff like that. One of the things that was nice about this show, I didn't see any of those like really old man Santa Claus looking people selling tin toys. Like none of that was there this time, at least. But it's like, the money is in my pocket, but it's not burning a hole in it. It's like I'm caught up on my mythics, and there's nothing grabbing my eye. Like I saw some interesting stuff there, like Starcom. Like I actually saw some good condition Starcom this time. But guess what? I completed that collection.
Right.
I'm not interested.
We also just did ZoloCon was like a month ago, right? So
Right.
are there a
Right.
lot of the same tables? You know, same people at both.
That's right. Yeah.
I
Didn't even think about that.
want to say I recognized a few, but I didn't.
Okay.
I saw a lot of new. I saw a lot of people that are diverse between the different shows.
Gotcha. Okay.
Whereas before we would see like a lot of overlap. I did see some. Well, I didn't see some vendors that we usually see. But yeah, but you walk around and it's like there were times when you'd want to walk around and keep looking at stuff, but now it's like I think at this point I think I've plugged all the holes and filled all the gaps or whatever the heck it
Whoa.
is. It's like
Nothing's speaking
Well,
to you,
let
man.
me
yeah,
tell you.
man. There's not even like any like cheap Marvel Legends that like grab my eye
Yeah.
or anything like that.
You didn't
It's
even
like,
see Transformers, like any kind of legacy or like Kingdom stuff that you might have like missed out on.
no, Jose. I mean, I'm caught up on it all. I was able to score pre-orders when necessary. Everything there is like
It's like
I actually saw like a lot of Black Series priced at retail or lower, which is kind of cool, except for like the stuff that just dropped. But it's it's really just kind of good to go there and hang out.
Yep.
I was you go into these toy shows. It's not really something that you do for eye candy, though. Sometimes there's some things that'll catch your eye. There's nothing at the show. It's very boring, Jose.
Yeah, it's funny that you say that. Like, I kind of have I know some of the Florida guys, not this weekend, but next weekend, there's a toy show in Tampa that I checked out in the fall that was actually pretty decent. It was just dark inside. Like, it was at the fairgrounds. It was like inside, but it was very much like ZoloCon. It was just really dark, like when you're inside, trying to look at the tables and stuff. And I took a drive up there, but I kind of have the itch just because I haven't been out in a while for something like that. So
Yeah, that's cool.
probably go check it out for a little bit.
How much of a road trip is that for you from your area?
It's like less than an hour. It's probably
That's not bad.
and it's pretty easy drive. It's like a straight north on the highway. So yeah, it was the fall is when I met the that couple and the young lady from I don't think she has a channel anymore. She had the eye patch, the Collector's Crush on YouTube. Remember we were talking about Brian? I think you know who I'm talking about.
Eye patch.
Yeah. They
Wait.
had a channel. She heard her
Dom,
boyfriend.
are you and I talking about this the last
What?
weekend? An eye patch? There's a toy reviewer with an eye patch.
Yeah, they had a channel. They had a YouTube channel. They did some stuff. They were in like South Florida, like Miami, Fort Lauderdale area. It's like her
And then
her
there's
boyfriend.
another one that like has a play on words with her figure, her figure as her channel name. So,
But
attractive young woman was the other one.
I don't know a YouTuber with an eye patch.
Well, who did I have this conversation with?
I don't know. Either way,
I don't know, man.
it's been a long time since I've been to a toy show, so I
Yeah.
think probably go
Oh,
check
but
it out.
Bella.
Brian,
Bella
the
something,
first.
right?
Oh, Bella Toys, Toy Chest.
There you go, Bella Toy.
I'm gonna have to check that out now.
So-
Just out of pure curiosity.
So Brian, it was October 10th and 11th was the first ToyCon New Jersey in 2020. That was the first time they had it at the Wayne PAL Center over there. So, bleh.
I'm almost there. I'm still scrolling.
Just scroll, motherfucker. Just keep scrolling.
Look, he gave
But
you a
it's
date.
there.
He gave you a date. There you go. You got a date
October
till
10th and 11th of 2020.
the end of
All
2020.
right, I'm almost there. I'm on
That was
the October
first time
12th posts right now.
That's the first time they ever were there or at the PAL in the Wayne convention. And Gary's right. The last time they were at Parsippany was the last time we saw Gary or was there at the fall. Right? It was the fall, right, Gary? Yeah.
It was fall. Yep. Yeah, it was just a few weeks before we moved down here.
It sucks that show seems so boring though, man. Like usually, like if I go, like I'm not looking for anything either. It's just to hang. But like sometimes you do see like when some of these newer chugs are dropping, like some of these guys got them when they're not really like at retail yet. But I had gotten a couple. The package I missed yesterday, I got 2 of these legacy figures that were pre-ordered. I wasn't even expecting them yet. So at least it's nice to kind of get that in along with the Perceptor from last week. So I got to just check them out because I've been like checked out. I haven't picked up a toy or Transformer like in a minute.
Yeah, October 2020. Yeah, I wasn't taking any risks back then.
Yeah.
I didn't take any risks until 3 weeks later when I went to go hang out with
I remember.
JD and
I think
Chan.
I was
Yeah,
like
It
the
was
only one.
Ben's birthday, I think, later that month, if I remember correctly.
Because I think I was like the only one that went. I forgot who else was there, but someone. I think I can't remember because 2021 kind of just melds in with 2020.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, we just shut down, man. Shut down. I mean, I like that spot though. Like, and it's pretty much like the same, almost the same distance, as far as like from where I'm at, So it was never really like a bad drive. It's always just fun, and I dug that place. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, the lunch was always like the best part. Oh man. So
So,
JD,
so real quick, why do you think traffic's down? Do you think it really is the parking situation?
oh,
no,
I was gonna say that earlier, but it's probably like they do a lot of shows, man. Like they do monthly shit,
I
like at that same
Yeah.
spot.
Yeah,
right?
at that same show. Or, I mean, it's that same venue. They do. There's something
well, they do.
every
They
month going on there.
yeah, they do. They do their monthly show there, but they only have that cafeteria open. Like they don't have both gymnasiums open. They just have the cafeteria open to the show. So there's probably like what maybe 20 maybe 25 vendors in that room. So compared to the 120 vendors that they're gonna have in the two gymnasiums. So
Yeah.
Well, here's what I miss about hanging out with you guys at that setting is everyone approaches the show a little bit differently, and I always find it fascinating to see the different techniques that people have. You know what I mean? Like, so Brian, like you always spot things at tables that most people don't really acknowledge, right? You kind of like you just have this knack of like finding stuff. Chuck, like if you ever, you guys know Chuck, he like attacks the show with like a systematic fever, I think. That's just like crazy. Like JD, you guys find stuff that like I didn't see anywhere, and then suddenly you guys like have like a stack of stuff.
Exactly. Like, so if you think I'm spotting stuff,
Yeah,
it's like JD and Chan take it to a whole nother level. I'm like, I walked the same show you did. Where did you find
Right.
this
Where
stuff?
did you find this?
You know, one hint is when you're at these toy shows, sometimes you got to look up. People
Mhm.
put things up high
that's true.
sometimes,
It's
and
true.
I always forget to look up.
and low. And
This-
low.
And
Oh,
he's
under the
you
table.
know, you get to watch Dom negotiate, which is always entertaining. And especially now that I haven't been to a show with Dave in a little while, but now he's been customizing and stuff these last 2 years. I think he'd be pretty fun to watch because I think he would like dig more than he ever he never used to do that before for fodder and stuff like that. So
I can't see Dave digging.
I don't think so. I don't know. I can see him like well,
He was
he's
at
not
the
here.
last. I don't think he did that much. I think I saw him in a couple tubs, but not as much as I see some other individuals that would go and dig through those tubs and try to look for loose rare figures. I guess that they're looking for.
I don't think it's rare. I think it was just looking for good parts. I could see. Like,
Yeah. Good. I think good fodder for that stuff would probably be like the old McFarlane figures that like people have at those shows for like $5, and they can't ever
Yeah.
seem to get rid of them. Because they have like some of those weapons and accessories that look pretty good. And I guess if you just want to tear the figure apart and do some stuff, you can for a pretty cheap price.
Yeah.
I tell you, man, though, I was looking at what some people have. Like I remember us setting up, and we'd have our tables full of stuff we were trying to get rid of, and you'd have like, oh, but I've also got this. Like if I sell this show, I know I'm feeling good about myself, right? Like I see some of these vendors, I'm just like, dude, come on. Like, do you really think people are gonna bite on some of this stuff? It's like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like they're just wasting their time.
yeah, I think there's definitely a different attitude in this environment when you're trying to make almost like a living at that versus when like the ROC Island, NJCC would be more of a kind of like you said, recycling and recuperating some stuff and some swaps and kind of doing it for fun and just to kind of keep the collections maintained. I guess I think it's a definitely a different mentality.
And not for nothing. I think the ruckus we bring, I think it helps people open up that wallet a little more.
Yeah.
Like, am I crazy in that? Like during this show, I'd walk by a couple tables and some people have some pretty good music on. Like, I'm gonna stand here a little bit longer and listen to what you're playing, right? And but like for us, I mean, we're greeting these strangers walking up to our tables. Hey man, what's up? And yelling at each other.
Yeah, I think it definitely.
It's like, don't buy that from him.
Well, I think it's that, and at the same time, the ROC tables, everyone's trying to package stuff, right? Make a deal when you're selling it, right? It's like, hey, if you need this, or Brian, you're key at that. Oh, you can't buy this without this or this. You need all three of these to go together. See how they get? It's pretty perfect, and when Dust is just kind of done, it's pretty funny when he's just ready to like be done with everything so he can go back and get a drink. I mean, it's kind of crazy. So yeah, I think it definitely it's a different it's a different level of excitement, as far as that goes.
I missed that, man. The Rock Island NJCC.
It was so much fun.
It was fun.
Yeah.
It was so much fun.
The purple drink flowing.
It's so much fun.
Was
that? And then just watching people, the team, I say the team, but like the group, like kind of sell, reorganize, right? Restructure, remarket.
Fixing the table and stuff.
And that's what's crazy, Carrie. Like I feel bad. Like when I was walking through the show last Saturday, like I walked through in the morning, I walked through once again, then we go for lunch, and then we'll walk through again before. And I'm looking at it, and it's like no one here has sold anything. I feel like no one has sold anything. Like the only table I see constantly where there are products changing on the table is the Four Horsemen table.
Right.
Everyone else, I'm like, wow. I'm just like, everything's still in stock. It's crazy.
Kind of makes you wonder how much of that stuff just gets cycled right back and forth, and kind of packed and unpacked and packed again, and sort of like your War Duke, which by the way I seem to think shows up at every NJCC in that little clear box, and then you're like, I can't sell it this time.
No. But it's funny, like that show ends at 5. I think I did my last round at 3:30. And it's at that point where there's no one roaming the aisles. The only people roaming the aisles are the vendors because they're bored.
Right.
And you just like, I'm trying not to make eye contact with anyone because these people are like, I've been here all day. I haven't sold anything. It's like, hey, can I help you? Do you have any questions? Like, no, I have no questions.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
I don't want to talk to you. Don't talk to me.
I have a question. How long have you been toting these KB toys around? For the last 25 years, from show to show. They all say 3 for $10 on them still.
Oh, I remember Dust used to say, like, sometimes maybe it's just a thing where the guys are promising their wives, like, yeah, I'll get rid of it, but they don't really want to. Like, and it's just like, hey, look, honey, I didn't sell it, when the weekend is over. But I mean, I could imagine. I mean, some money has to be made if like like the guys that you see all the time. I could imagine that I don't imagine that's their sole source of income, but they probably it's probably worth it for them to keep on going to shows like that. It's been a while since we've done it. Like how are you guys like feeling about something like that? Like one of these future shows, like trying to maybe get another Rock Island going.
I was going to ask if you guys, if anything was happening at in Nashville. Like that, has anybody looked into that?
I think the distance for a lot of us
it's too far.
Be hard to halls.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
I can see that. That's true.
Too long to drive for me, so I can't. Like 12 hours was more than enough. That was my cutting distance on like trying to haul something and set up a dealer room and then like pack it. Then
I can
on the
see
way
that.
pack it all the fun away. Drive back home and believe me, that drive home it ain't fun when you have after you've finished cleaning up your fucking car and just putting all this shit back in and then just fucking driving home for
Well,
12
Dom,
hours.
when you travel with like actual store displays for your stuff, you know what I mean? I can see why that's like
Doesn't make it any easier.
It's not
Right.
fun to
Doesn't make it
drive
easier.
home after you've made thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars.
It's fun, yeah. That's the fun when you the day like the night after when you're counting it up. And
when you're
it's
wheeling,
it's great,
dealing,
but
making that money.
when you're driving across
Actual
Pennsylvania,
driving, yeah.
fucking state never fucking ends, and you're like, what exit am I on? I'm still in the hundreds. What the fuck?
I hear that. We
Cursing
should try
the
to.
storm.
We should try to do something, though. We should try to do.
I really also think that, I think the low crowd too, with regards to people making it out to other conventions, and then also the amount of money that people have in their pocket, because it's like there are no stimulus checks that have been given out. Your tax credit was if you were unemployed, you didn't get a benefit in your taxes. So it's like it hurt a lot of people this time around. So I think there was not that much residual monies in people's pockets to go out and like spend $100 on toys or $200 on toys.
Monies.
But not only that, like the product between the shows is a flowing. Man,
It is.
some of us are getting beat up. BBTS beat the shit out of me this week. It's like it's all in stock now. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we just got hit with a wave of Thundercats this weekend, and then there's another wave right around the corner coming. I know there is, and it's like so maybe some people are kind of feeling that too with all the stuff that Toddy Mac's putting out, things like that. So people must be like, I don't need to go hunting
and all these.
I'm finding everything.
Yeah. And then all these what is it? The Holothon for the NECA turtles and the NECA stuff is happening. So people are putting their money out for that. When you buy a 4-pack for $160 of turtles, and then 2 packs that go for $60, and people are it's definitely putting a dent into your budget in regards to all this stuff that's coming out. And then I think didn't Four Horsemen have an in-stock sale too? Just this past 2 weekends ago, or a weekend ago.
Look at that. Just
I think so. Yeah, 2 weeks ago maybe. Yeah.
2 weeks ago they had an in-stock sale.
Yeah.
So and then got all these pre-orders that are popping up. So
do any of you guys get into that Plunderlings line?
I've successfully avoided it.
Some vendor had it there.
Yeah.
They're pretty cool, but they had their Kickstarters going on now too for their larger characters and stuff.
Yeah, I saw a vendor with the first wave. They're selling the first wave there.
Yeah, Jose, they're these little gremlin pirates.
Yeah,
goblins.
Yep.
They're like that Lilo and Stitch character, whatever it is.
Like this, right? That's it.
Yep.
Yeah, there they are.
And the smartest thing that they did is that's the character, right, and they're about 3 inches tall, and they're all very articulated. They're pretty well made. They come with 3 different heads, and then you can buy what's called a hatchling, which essentially are ways to store the extra heads. They're on these tiny little non-articulated bodies, and that way you almost get a little short one. It's actually pretty clever. You could tell there's a lot of sincerity, and passion that got put into the line, and their headpieces are all magnetic and stuff. But they did sort of like the Mythics. They did some bigger characters now for this current Kickstarter. So
yeah, look at that. Yeah, you can
they're a little cutesy, but they're pretty neat actually to mess around with if you have any.
Do you have them, Gary?
I have one. I have I have that one that they just showed, and I have the hatchlings that go with them. That little nomad guy.
So you said Kickstarter. Is this stuff readily available now, or is it?
BBTS carries it, but like anything else, they did the original Kickstarter, and then they had some BBTS exclusives, and some of them have sort of a fawn head with little horns and little hooves instead of the feet and stuff like that. So, okay. But it's pretty neat. But there's these Plunder longs and plunder like the big body ones that they're currently doing.
Jose, to your left. There's a light green one. He's blowing on something. What's
Yeah,
that?
that's one of the
That's
fawns.
one of the
He's got
fawns.
little,
Yeah.
yeah, he's got hooves and little horns and stuff.
Oh yeah, look.
Oh, wow, look at
But they got bigger ones. They got like taller, skinny ones called plunder longs, and then the big beefy ones called plunder strongs that are in this new Kickstarter.
Another hoop one.
Yeah,
Alright,
so I think weren't the red and the green ones, weren't those exclusives?
I think so. I think they were on BBTS,
Yeah.
and then like they did some clear ones, and then there's some that got re-released, and like I said, then they did little accessory packs and stuff, and the packaging is really well done too, without being quite as like wasteful as like Super 7 stuff, where they make really nice packages for the ultimates, but you end up like kind of a lot of like waste product afterwards.
Yeah, they look pretty cool. Like you said, kind of cutesy, you know what I'm saying? But they look like they're kind of cool.
They're actually very articulated, believe it or not.
Plunderlings. Yeah, I'll look.
And how tall did you say the little guys are, Gary?
I think they're like 3 inches if I look over.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're pretty little. Like, I mean, I don't know, maybe like that. Yeah. And then, like I said, then the little ones are like half of that. I mean, they're really, the bodies are literally almost like a stand, just to hold the extra head. But they actually look pretty good.
Probably make for good desk toys, you know. It's just little things you can mess with, you know. Just have.
Yeah, they're just a little too cartoony to fit in with like your mythics and stuff like that. You can't really.
Yeah.
You don't fit too much.
Yeah, that's true. Almost like cartoony gremlins, almost in a way. Like,
yeah, think of almost like pirate Smurfs is probably the best way to describe them. It's kind of like what the. But I know that there was a Kickstarter for that happening too. So there's a lot of competition for money these days. It seems like.
Oh yeah. And we're all of us, like, we talked about in the past, like we're used to pre-ordering almost everything. So that's another thing when it comes to like those toy shows is like. You probably just have to find something that catches your eye because otherwise, you probably got it ordered somewhere online already. So, yeah. So, yeah. So, JD, what's up, dude? How you been? What's going on?
Good, busy. Chan's mom and sister were here from like Thursday to Sunday, so we got to hang out with them, and yeah, it was nice. Lots of food, of course. Good foods. Nice
Lots of
dinners.
food.
Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah,
good.
Not much else going on. Just hanging out and drawing. I stuck up. Do you guys know what a punch is?
A what?
A punch. Like to punch a
like,
hole. No, like
I saw one of those Sunday nights. Oh, wait,
it's a tool, like the tool.
Like a hole puncher. A hole puncher?
No, it's like imagine a pencil and you hit it with a hammer and it, but it's made out of metal.
Okay.
I think so. Yeah.
And I put one through my finger.
Ow! Damn it!
Ouch! Just went. No, I was tearing apart a figure, and I was trying to punch the pins out of the knees. And it slipped, and the punch just went right into my finger, and then it like just stopped, and then I pulled it out because literally it would have hung out of my finger because it went like straight into it.
Damn, dude.
So is it sharp or is it dull?
It's dull. It's blunt.
That means
and it went in your finger. Oh,
yeah, and it went into my finger. Yep.
Gotta be easy, bro. You gotta be. It was force. Putting force behind.
It fucking hurt too. It hurt a lot.
I could imagine. Yeah. Popping pins out of a figure are a fucking bitch, man. Like that thing. That Prime, man, that came with that upgrade kit that looked really cool. That remember that thing from that company? And I did it, but like that Prime for the Combiner Wars Prime.
The Combiner Wars Prime, yeah.
so that thing is like you had to pop pins and
yeah.
springs from the
That
hips in order to, and so I think I lost a spring, like, or what do they call that? The ratchets for like one of the hips. So his hips were loose. I could stand them, and that was like about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't get like really do anything too crazy. But it was the same thing. Like you had to pop pins. They gave you like a tool for it, but it was like a pain in the ass, man. Like it's not a fun thing to do. I saw some people actually doing that for that RC figure that just dropped. Not the RC, the Nightbird. I think I saw, like, I don't know if it was on Dime Chalk or whatever, like, but it looked like somebody took off like I guess basically the backpack, and they had it transformed into like the vehicle mode, and you still had like the Nightbird figure like in the robot mode, like right next to it. And the only thing the alt mode was like missing was like the seats or something like that, which I guess is on the main figure. So I was like, wow, So that whole thing was just basically like a shell former, like, I guess. I didn't watch any reviews, so yeah, not too sure. But all right, so just chilling out. Lots of artwork. I see. It looks like you're drawing now. So
Yep.
Just nice.
Drawing.
All right. And G Money, what's up, dude? You good?
Yeah, everything's good. It's actually been super nice weather. It's the whole point of like being down here these last couple weeks, but like this last weekend was really nice. It was like mid 70s. So enjoy it now before it starts getting too warm again, and it'll be like, stay inside a lot.
You're gonna get those muggy hot days.
Oh, it's nonstop. It really is. Like, yeah, it's like 4 a.m, pretty much all day long. It's just humid. So I figure enjoy it now for about another month or so, and it'll start getting warmer again.
We've been having crazy weather here, like some nice days where, like, for us, like, 50s feels super nice. You know what I'm saying? It's like you just wear a jacket or a sweater, like in that type of weather. Compared to like the 20s, like, when we get the 20s here, like it has been the past couple of days, like it feels like it's like 10 degrees.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't miss that.
Yeah, it's like in the 30s here,
man.
After being fucking 70 for the past week.
That's fucking crazy. And then like Thursday's supposed to be 70 again, but like raining, so I'll take the rain, like whatever, as long as it's a little bit warmer, but then it's supposed to drop back down to like 50, 45, 50. So I'm like, this weather's just crazy. I want it to be a little bit more consistently like warm, which, like, hopefully I think next week is looking like that. It's looking pretty good.
Somebody get Mother Nature her bipolar medicine.
Yep.
Jesus. It's ridiculous.
Whoever's controlling the weather dominator, they're
Right. Yeah, that's exactly.
They're pushing some buttons.
Destro, or was that Dr. Mindbender? I can't remember who was in charge of that. Maybe not.
It was Destro.
You're wearing the G.I. Joe hat, JD, so I hope you're right about that.
I'm pretty sure.
Somebody in the chat, shout him out. Let's see. Is he correct? Was it Destro? Or was that
there was like a multi-pack that had a bunch of figures in it back in the day. And I think it was Destro is definitely in it. But I think like what's his name? Fucking
Cobra Commander?
No.
Serpentor?
I don't remember.
Tomax?
Nope.
Like
I think Roadblock was in that
kind of thing.
Yeah, it was Roadblock.
Yeah, did the weather dominator made the vines grow, right?
Yeah.
I think that's what it was like.
No, that was from the movie, the thing that made the vines grow, right? The spores?
Am I getting them all confused, right?
It was like the BET or something. Remember?
That shows how much y'all don't give a fuck about G.I. Joe, because y'all can't remember it vividly, but you could recall things from Transformers season 1, 2, season 3.
Well, I just recently watched that G.I. Joe movie maybe a few months ago. It was free on YouTube. And I was just like scrolling through my phone, sitting on the couch. I'm like, fine, I'll watch this. And it was like some kind of huge computerized device that shot a beam up into the atmosphere to release the spores or something that were, I don't remember, turning everybody into snakes.
Yeah, it was Cobra Lost stuff.
Yeah.
I think
That
that's what
was
you're thinking of.
that's a movie. I get
The
confused.
That was the movie.
the
Roadblock with
BET.
the vines, and one of the other ones, they were those giant worms in the tubes. They were underwater.
Giant worms in the tubes.
They're tracking
And
down
worms.
pieces for something. So, you know what I
In
mean?
their
It
in their tubes.
was a
Giant
pretty
worms with the tubes.
it's pretty consistent theme for the miniseries. It was like something was broken into pieces, retrieve the pieces, and put it back together.
Didn't Brian mention something about you having GI Joe fatigue or something? Is it with the action figures?
Nah, I gave up on that line. What I think I mentioned it a while ago though, but I got into those
it was
Valaverse
Destro.
figures were pretty cool. So I've got those, which are sort of like the mythics of the military stuff.
Oh, are they in stock? Because I think I meant to add them to a pile before I shipped it last time, and I forgot.
I don't know because I've ordered them directly from the Valaverse site, not from BBTS. So,
Uh-huh.
but they're sort of like mythics in that like they got popular once they did hit stock and then sold out pretty quick. So
Yeah, I'm wondering what's happening with the BBTS stuff.
yeah, because the Valaverse they actually had the wave 2
Yep.
come in pretty quick, which was only like 4 figures, and then there's wave 3 sort of en route already. So
What is
What
it
is
called? Valaverse?
Valaverse, yeah.
Valaverse.
2.5 or something, isn't it?
And nothing's in stock. It's all
Yeah.
pre-order.
Yep.
But they're pretty cool. Say if you like military stuff, they you know, it's like real weapons, real accessories, very detailed, and then you can, you know, kind of like little warm water. It makes it easy. You can pop like the torsos and stuff, and swap like torsos with like legs and web gear and stuff like that. So they're pretty.
Okay.
They're very interchangeable. Heads can swap back and forth. They're compatible with GI Joe Classified.
Okay. Oh,
But
so
they
you
got a
said
few.
like the mythics that you could swap the parts around.
Yeah,
Okay.
the pieces
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
move around stuff. And like I said, it's all very realistic. But they've got a couple characters that make some pretty good dreadnoughts. So I've sort of been just building a more or less just like a little dreadnought team with Zartan.
Zartan.
See, now if this is something I saw on a table at ToyCon, I'd probably take a flyer on this and do this.
Of course you would.
What?
You know, just buy one. Like,
Yeah.
oh, cool. You know, type of thing.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
that sounds like when I was curious about that. What is it? That transforming thing that was that looked like it was like from Warhammer or whatever.
Yeah.
But I saw it at TF Con. Like that was kind of like something that caught my eye. Just on the fly, I had no clue what it was, but kind of glad I didn't, because it would have been like whatever. At this point, more curiosity than anything else.
right.
I remember Gary when you stopped me from when I was like, man, I kind of want to get like a Rodimus Prime, and you were like, don't get the masterpiece one, because I was looking at one. You're like, don't get it, it's no good. And I'm glad, like, because now like this Kingdom one, I was like, that's fine, that's perfect, that's chug, but it's fine, you know. Not
Yeah,
too
but they
bad,
killed it. It's good.
you
But
know?
Gary's just tired of seeing G.I. Joe in the news. You got your retros, you got your O-rings,
Well,
you got your reactions.
It's a lot,
Seven,
right? So I don't know if
classified.
you guys felt it really was something that hit me. Like I was like, you know, it's like I feel like over the last couple of months, it has been like 2 lines, right? Either if you're into Turtles and you're into GI Joe, there's just been a lot of stuff, and I think GI Joe was so like calm, right, and so blank, for lack of a better word, for so long. And then the classified line had so much stuff that went with it. But then, you had the Kickstarters on, Hasbro and the O-ring stuff, and then the 5 POA from, Super 7, and then Super 7, their waves of stuff, which none of those have even been delivered yet.
Mm-mm.
It feels like it's a lot, And then same thing for the Turtles, you feel like you see like, all the NECA stuff, and then Super 7 stuff, and then the other NECA, like the movies, monsters with the crossovers, and I just feel like it's a lot of those 2 lines.
Oh, definitely,
You guys-
definitely Turtles. I think Turtles and G.I. Joe have been taking kind of the limelight, and Star Wars is like a distant, third or fourth, because they got a bunch of pre-orders, but you can never find anything in stores. So, but I feel, I understand where you're coming from, Gary. But like, I think from a Turtles perspective, it's just so much more. Like, I think Turtles takes the cake in regards to how much shit is out there and how much pre-orders and crap are coming out so fast. It's like, and it's got three different lines. It's got four different lines. You got your Super 7,
right?
You got your movie Turtles from Walmart and NECA, and then you got your cartoon Turtles from Target and fucking NECA.
5 actually.
Yeah, and then you got
6 because the Mezco ones are coming out.
Then you got the Mezco one,
and there's also the NECA. They're like trickling out the stuff from the games too.
Yeah, then you got your games. You got your game ones, which is that was always a line. It's a very small line, but it comes out here and there. Mm-hmm. And then you also then got your fucking you got obviously Reaction as well, but then you got your monsters. You got your monsters and your that are coming out. That the NECA's doing those little turtle monsters,
right?
That are not cheap. They're like,
well, so much of the NECAs are like repaints, though, right? I mean, like the turtle molds are pretty much the same mold,
yeah,
right?
They're the same mold. Yeah, it's just painted differently.
Don't forget the Hasbro mashup of Turtles and Power Rangers.
Yes, that's coming out. Yes,
is that a thing?
And you get all the Playmate stuff.
You got the
Playmates, right? I said the Playmates, right? It's like,
you got all the retro stuff that Playmates are coming out.
Yeah, Shell Shock,
crazy. Yeah, shit, man, that's a lot.
So.
That is,
and then those four main lines are like the four main. I would say it's the NECA stuff from Walmart and Target, which are the movies and the cartoons, and then you got your Super 7, which is taking off. Like that, I think out of all the Ultimate lines, I think the Super 7 Turtles line is the one that's like more in like I think they've been out more with. I think they've been further in long waves than like Thundercats and stuff like that, right?
Oh, absolutely. They've released way more, and they've reissued like the first waves.
Yeah,
like twice already for people to catch up. So
you can see where they're putting their attention in the Ultimates. Like they're definitely putting it more into the Turtles than anything else.
Yeah.
And then you got your Playmates. Your Playmates are just Playmates. I'm surprised Playmates can still get away with putting all that stuff out. Like I thought they lost the license, but I guess they can do what toys they've done in the past, so they can reissue a lot of those older toys that they've done. Because they're even reissuing. I think Playmates is reissuing the Nickelodeon series, the older one was really popular. They're doing like a box set. I saw it on Walmart.com in their little toy con, their collector con. So they're doing like a set of all the Turtles, Splinter, April O'Neil, and Casey Jones, and there's like a box set.
That's crazy if they'll be able to do prior releases without still holding the license to the property.
Yeah, like that. I think that what was that? And then Nickelodeon Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles series was very popular, and the toys were very popular. So, and it stayed true. It stayed true to most of the stuff that we're used to. It didn't go too crazy like this last series, and so like I think it's a popular line. I know some of those figures are still in demand. A lot of, and they got deep too. I remember they were doing like Leonardo in wizard a costume and Donatello and they were doing a lot of one-off stuff with them. So they got a little crazy in that line as well. So
I wonder if that series is streaming anywhere. Like I saw
I'm sure it is.
I never finished it though, but I always
it was pretty good. It's really good.
It was the Nickelodeon one, yeah.
Yeah, I watched a couple of seasons, and I think I lost it after season 2. I think. But it got really good.
It was good stuff, but yeah, I did enjoy it. Yeah, but it's a lot though. That's a little bit of overkill, like almost. But I guess something for everybody, right?
Yeah.
Are the GI Joes those like the classified line that everybody was going crazy for before? Like, is all that stuff so hard to find? Because I don't feel like I see as much complaining online.
They've done a good job to reissue a lot of those Cobra Island stuff. So I think now if people missed out on those Cobra Island reissues, I think Target still has some of them up. I don't know which figures are sold out in that particular line, but I know that like the Baroness and the Beachheads and some of those Cobra Island exclusives did go back up and kind kind of stop the craziness of the secondary market on some of those things.
Yeah, man, people were making so much money off that stuff, man.
But now you can see. I think the fans are seeing that they're going to have multiple. Like now you're going to have a retro line. So now you got to have a choice. So I think anything exclusive coming from Target, unless it's like a one-off figure that everybody needs, or some, I don't think they're going to go too crazy for it. But like that's the thing. That's the thing when it comes to these troop builders, like just the Cobra Troopers that they're doing. People want more than one, so it's like they got I'm happy that they're doing that 3-pack. I think that's the way to go. I think that's like when it comes to troopers and any type of thing, a 3-pack with with a lower price tag, like it's $15 per figure, would probably be cool, because it helps you troop build, and you don't have to spend a full $20 on the same fucking mold over and over again. So
yeah,
well, is that
for those?
I'm
sorry, Gary.
No, I was going to say the same ththing. I would agree. It's nice to see the troopers together and not like one trooper and one single character, right? Where you always get stuck with okay.
Yeah, there's gun ho on the pegs and nothing but gun ho in this last wave, where you got 2 gun hos, you got two what is it, bats, and then 2 of the other alley vipers. So it's like the only 2 that if you see 2 freaking gun hos on the shelf and that's it, the other 2 were gone.
Right. Yeah.
So it's like I said, like if they can do those 3-packs or even 4-packs or something, to where you got a troop building pack that you can just buy, 1 pack, and it's four figures in that pack, and then you could have different variant of weapons of each figure and stuff like that, and do a nice little troop building pack, and that'd be great. Put it up online, and fucking never have large quantities of them, because they'll eventually sell out. Like they'll eventually,
that's definitely the way to go. They should do that with the Transformers too, like those.
And they
like the Sharkticons or something.
They've done it with Marvel Legends. Like I think Marvel Legends got some trooper packs where there's like they're $15, but they're selling out too. They're going they're not supposed to sell out, but like they sell out, and then they probably restock them and put them back up. And they're simple packaging. There's nothing special with the packaging. If you ever saw them. It's just a little cardboard box, right, GD? Yeah.
Yeah, wrapped in tissue. What do you guys think? What do you think of that packaging? I actually think it's kind of cool.
Yeah, like I think for a troop builder, you don't need too much. Like somebody just wants to have 20 figures and the 20 same figures. So it's like I don't need you to mark me up all the time on a troop building figure. So like give it to me bare bones, and and that's all I want. I could have.
Give me the toys.
Yeah, like I could have one in a nice packaging, but other than that, like that, I'll wait for that for the retro. You know what I'm saying? Like the retro card back, I'll take that and just keep that in packaging and have a nice, figure there. And it's like for troop building, I just give it to me like the way Hasbro's doing it for Marvel Legends, then or put it in 3-pack or in the 4-pack.
Well, I mean, it's like they should, Hasbro could do that with like Stormtroopers. They could do that with like Cobras, right?
Yeah.
Do the same, just a cardboard box wrapped in tissue paper like they do.
Like, I understand why they don't do it. It's not like, because it's not economical for them. They want to make money, and Hasbro will reissue fucking Stormtroopers like no other, and make them exclusives, gamer exclusives, and you just you're reusing the mold and selling it for like $20, $22 a pop. So it's unfortunate, but that's kind of that's the life. That's the game. That's the collection environment that we live in.
Yeah, it is.
That's the game. And unfortunately, maybe suspecting that they might do something like that, but not really knowing. Until it's
like I've seen like Legends have done it, and I give them kudos for it. I see G.I. Joe going down the line with that 3 the Viper pack, the 3 Viper pack, which is cool. And I just don't. I see that. I just never saw Black Series. Black Series has done like 4-packs and 2-packs and 3-packs.
Yeah.
So, like they never done it where like I think the only pack that they did like a cool one that had all the different type of clone troopers was that Amazon. Was that
right? Yeah, I was just gonna say.
What was Entertainment Earth exclusive that they did.
Right.
back in the day,
With the
which was great. Like, and it went on clearance, and
The 4 colors.
stupid me didn't buy more, but like, it's like, we should have bought like fucking 50 of them, but at that price. But you never know. Like, and now they're reissuing some of them. I think the 501st was reissued in this last archive wave, and I can see them doing the other ones, and especially the
I think I got 3 packs of those from Entertainment Earth when they were on clearance.
Yeah, I got 3 packs myself too, JD. I think that's where I went. I said 3. The rule of 3 is always good for me.
Yeah, some guy, I don't know. I remember some guy on one of the groups. He bought he called them or something and was like, "Hey, how many of these do you have? Because I want them all." And he did a video because people were like, "You fucking scalper, why would you buy them all? Blah blah blah. Save some for the rest of us." And da 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 da. And then he did a video where he opened them all up and set them up on his display.
Huh.
So
yeah, I can imagine. Yeah. If you put them for you, it's like I said, like if any type of troop building or anybody who does troop building collecting, it's when a pack like that comes to $40 each, it's heavy.
Right.
You're gonna jump all over that.
Jokes on him. The elbows on those figures suck.
Exactly. Right. So, here's my question. So JD, I know you have a lot of dioramas for stuff, but what's your personal troop builder number, if you even bothered to do that? And do you still do it, or did you do it once to get out of your system?
I still try and do it. I mean, lately it's just because of the space it takes to display them. I don't go as crazy as I used to. I mean, I still have a fuck ton of stormtroopers. So I'll keep it somewhere bats versus alley vipers, we'll say. I went 10 and 5. So it'll be somewhere in that window between 3 and 10, I guess. What was the Null, the fucking
Sharkticon?
The Sharkticon that just came out. I got 10 of them.
Oh wow!
The little ones. You remember the little ones?
Yeah,
I think we have 15 of those. Every time we found them on the shelf, we bought them.
Yeah. That was like me with the Viacons from Transformers Prime.
Oh,
yeah.
I would always buy those. $15 or under. And
my number is 10. My number is 10 too, Gary. My number is 10.
10's a good one. 10's a good
yeah, 10's a good one. Yeah.
So I don't know if it really counts as troop building, but back when I did 3 3/4, and the power of the force, I probably had 50 Jawas on my Jawa shelves of every iteration that they ever did. I mean, it was painted this way, painted that way, single cards, the little 2-packs, the ones that came with the Rontu. This one came with the Sandcrawler. I remember I had so many Jawas, trying to make them look differently. So right now for me, the only thing I really have multiples of, I bought 3 of the Thundercats, the Slythe, because he comes with 2 cool head portraits, and I've got 1 on my Thundercats villain shelf, and then 2 with Mythic Legions, since they remind me of the Rankin Bass, the animation orcs. So.
Yeah, I can see that.
So I got 3 of them, but they're really not together. 2 of them are on the same shelf, I guess. So I guess they sort of count when I look at them.
Yeah, I would like to pick up when it even comes, I was even considering troop building for the Super 7 stuff, and I was like, I don't know, it's hard to troop build when your figures are $55 a piece.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's rough.
$20, $22 is fine for me, but especially if I can get some on clearance, if some of those back in the day, when the freaking Death Troopers hit Five Below and stuff like that for $5, that's great. You can. When you find them at Ross's or TJ Maxx or Marshalls, but it's hard these times, especially with the GameStop Game Versus. All Game Versus stuff from GameStop has been troopers, or been every type of fucking trooper, and to buy those at $26 a pop, $28 because they don't sell them. They sell them as an exclusive price, so it's $24.99.
You
What?
need to buy 10 of me.
I know. Yeah, it's,
10.
that's kind of where I stopped. Like I think I might have done the first one, which was like actually the one that's more desirable, which is the Purge Trooper. I got 10 of those, but then I stopped after that. I was like, forget it. These gamer verses are just it's gotten ridiculous.
So like the Star Wars stuff, man, I've really stepped back on that. I think the last thing that I got was so I ordered 10 of the Camino clones when those came out.
Oh,
And then
The gray ones, right?
the gray ones, yeah.
So like from like anything before that was like 5 to 10. And now any of like the Gamerverse, the Jetta Stormtrooper that just came out, I think I did like 3. So it's like, it doesn't really. I don't know. I don't feel that I need that many of them. I mean, I don't need them. I just like to have them.
Yeah, that's usually my number 2 is 3. Besides those Viacons that I was just like, man, if I find them for $15 or under, I'll pick them up. Like the sweeps, like I'll just buy 3, or something. And to me, that's usually like a nice number, just space considerations.
And it's funny. It's like I've only troop build with Star Wars and Transformers. I've never troop build with Marvel Legends or like, and if now when I with G.I. Joes, I'm sticking with that 3. Like I'm sticking with the 3 number. So if I can get 3 Bats, 3 Vipers, 3, I only get 3 of each. Like, because I'm not going to do what I did with Star Wars, where I got 10 of each, and it's crazy. Like, I just definitely going to eventually downsize on that, but later down the road. But like I said, it's not.
And now I'm not even doing the usual like building up. Like now I'm just getting the one figure because I'm like the Sharkticon. I only got the one because I'm like, am I displaying them? No, like I haven't really done. Did
you? How about the sweeps? Did you get the sweeps?
Even the sweeps, like I got the Scourge, but I didn't order the sweeps. Yeah, I didn't order the sweeps. So I'm like, I was like, that's the same figure. So I was like, whatever.
So
I'll just have Scourge, Cyclonus, and Galvatron.
I got Scourge 3 times and then ordered one of the sweeps.
There you go.
Come on, man.
That'll work.
Cyclonus and his armada.
I did not go there. I didn't go there. Like I didn't start buying a bunch of.
You gotta buy
Cyclonuses and stuff like that. I held off. Like Sharkticons, you can't. You got it. Like I'm sorry. When it comes to Sharkticons,
so when I see that design, the Sharkticon, I just imagine Cup and Hot Rod, making the tornado in the the whirlpool.
Yeah, so I feel better.
I'm like, I have to reenact this. I have to make it.
I feel okay about only getting one of the studio series because I do got 3 of those old ones, like you got JD, like that you got a bunch of them. I have a few of those too. So it's like having one king like Sharkticon and then the 3 like little minis.
And that's like there's not much troop building. Like I remember like before Prime, it was when they introduced the Viacons, like it was just like Sharkticons and obviously the sweeps and the Insecticons.
Yeah, there wasn't a whole lot.
It wasn't a whole lot.
Yeah, it wasn't a ton. Yeah.
Until you got to those Viacons, and then you're just they got a Viacon fucking foot soldier. You got a Viacon
they did a lot of motorcycles, for like the Junkions in the classics line.
Yeah, you could definitely get all the Junkions, but like they had specific names and stuff like that. You could definitely try to do like different other characters just to have an army of Junkions and just put if a good customizer can piece other figures together and offer base mold, that would be cool. But
I mean, they could keep doing that with the one they got now. Like we got the other Junkion coming out like a few months or whatever. Off the Rekgar mold. So
I think in that Generation Universe and Combiner Wars, I think they eventually just did like 3 Junkions. I think they did like Scrap Heap and Rekgar and some other fucking guy, right? I don't know whether it's just 2. They might be Scrap Heap and just Rekgar. But.
Dave's not here. Brian, what's your mythic total?
You totally missed that. You totally missed that. Dave's not here, man. So
Well,
What's
I
my
know.
Mythic total
I
for what? Army building?
but yeah, well, I know Dave has like shelves and shelves of orcs. You know what I mean? That he could.
So
So like, what do you have like armies of?
I have only, if you want to call them armies, so like Fury orcs, the red ones. I've
Red
got
ones.
two. I
Okay.
got two. Um, it's funny, the large green ogres. I think I have like 4 of those because they were selling them in like 2-packs or something. I think as far as that goes. Um, I think so. I think I have three of the regular ones, and then one of the main ones. The green orcs from the last reinforcements. I think I have 3 of those. So like I'm not going anything crazy. However, first first pre-order for Cosmics last year, I did buy a 12-pack of Sentries.
oh,
Yeah. Um, because I don't necessarily want to army build them, but I want to have those as custom fodder for potential Starcom customs in the future. So,
I have to look at that picture and see what that is. Like,
oh well, I can show you.
Yeah, with
I
Mythics,
have it right here.
Yeah, with Mythics, I stood by the rule of 3. If there was an army builder, I just got 3 of them. That's it.
you
Well, it
bought
depends on how
3
many
of
heads.
every character. Yeah, you bought it based on how many heads it was.
Yeah, and then when it came to the standard characters, I bought whatever heads, how many heads they came with. I bought as many heads as they are.
Yeah, so this is the Sentry. He's pretty basic.
oh,
But,
gotcha. Okay.
but his come on.
His
His
suit reminds you, yeah.
Yeah, jeez, man, what's going on here? His the fit, whatever, the helmet, the face mask, the canopy, whatever, it's removable.
Mask.
Yeah, and basically, I want to just pick up some human heads that I can fit in there, right? And then I can.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's pretty clever.
Is that a regular 6-inch scale figure?
Yeah, mythic scale.
Oh, okay, all right, cool.
So like 7-inch scale.
Ah, nope, we're not going HBO Max.
HBO Max. What was you watching? That latest Euphoria?
haven't watched that yet. Jeez.
So that is pretty
It's
cool
almost
because you can actually stick a human's head in there with the dome around it.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh, so you put like a GI Joe figure or one of your mythic heads on there, like a regular mythic.
Yeah, and I'm sure there will be custom heads and stuff like that. But yeah, so
nice.
I don't know what's going on with this website today.
I'm so happy I didn't order any of these this line.
No. You're
I
out.
was like, I'm like I said, like when we see them at the con, like if they're interesting enough, I'll pick them up. But I
didn't order any of those either, but I did like the flying insect guys. I thought looked pretty cool.
So while we're talking about Cosmics real quick, let's just segue into this. Cosmics Wave 2 is this Saturday. So,
no, it's not, is it?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Did I say mythic? I meant to say cosmic. Cosmic Wave 2.
You said
No,
cosmic.
You said cosmic. No, you said
Okay, Cosmic Wave 2. So the first story with the first pre-order was like there's a jailbreak of this cosmic prison. Oh, I'm losing my words.
You are.
And now, like inside the prison, like this is like some kind of there's a fighting pit in there of some kind. It's called the Grave. So the 4 horsemen have come up with their own crazy fonts and stuff. So this says the Grave, and this is Havocal Cell Block 5. You know, this is here. This is April 2nd, 2022, and this is 8 p.m. Eastern time. In a crazy font. I haven't.
Oh yeah, that shit looks crazy.
Yeah, and then this here is another font. And Jeremy on his show last week told us that to start the cipher, this says 4 Horsemen Studios, so you can use that to try to decode everything else. in that font.
Ah.
But
These
so
guys
what
have
they're
way too
doing
much time.
here is they're
Yeah.
so what they're doing here is they're teasing.
You wouldn't do that, Dom? You're a fan. You wouldn't do that.
Dude, like making fucking their own language now. We're up
Decoding
to
the
making
language.
written language.
So what they're doing here is jeez man. This right here, this is Oleg Thygar. That's what his name is. And
Is he the
so
dragon?
What?
that's him right here. So that's this Oleg Thygar. And I guess it's verse someone that we haven't seen yet.
Dude, that silhouette looks creepy as all get out. It looks like Close
Yeah.
Encounters alien. Don't show it to Dust, he'll have nightmares.
Yeah. And then it says here, so this is just fancy calligraphy, but it's available at Store Horseman and other fine retailers.
Look at you! You're already fucking reading the language, Brian.
Yeah.
Like, look at you.
It's the Brickmalizer, you know.
Yeah, look at you.
And then this is the second teaser. This is, oh, for the love of God. This one is Zirian Spire. That's this one here. Verse, look at this crazy one. She got a tail.
So wait, are they?
Yeah.
So the figure to the left, Brian, are they reissuing that figure in this way,
No,
or
it's
is
not.
this?
No,
I would doubt it.
Yeah.
I would doubt it's a reissue. But I mean, it's So we've already got the pre-order for this one already. So now
Gotcha.
we're.
So they're just
teasing.
saying
Yeah.
they're teasing another, like who she would go up against, I guess, in this battle.
Yep.
Royal
And
Rumble
then-
that they're having. I gotcha.
Yeah, and then again here, this is the one from last time, Vorga something versus
The Predator.
I was gonna say, it looks like the Predator. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's kind of crazy. Who knows? See what happens. It's just a few more days away, and then we'll know.
I'm excited to see what they drop, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't pre-order
Mailed
the
to your
Cosmo.
house in 2026.
Yeah.
yeah,
I know you guys weren't really that excited about that one.
That's the hardest thing.
So
I tell you,
guess
once
we'll
you
see
see
when
him in
it
hand,
drops.
though.
Yeah, once they drop, you'll be like, I should have went in on these.
That's what I was gonna wait. I was gonna wait until
Well,
they drop and see them.
yeah. So like, I mean, the good thing is we have those opportunities because
Yes.
they will make sure that these things are at the shows.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah.
And that's like I haven't pre-ordered mythics or cosmics. Like I put them in my pile of loot because I don't have to pay for them right now, and I can worry about that then. And if I get them from the Horseman
Then you let it go to the
first,
pile of loot.
then I can cancel my pile of loot.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Save a couple bucks, not much, but whatever.
Yeah, what is it? $10 difference now because they still have 40
Yeah.
at the show.
Yeah,
Yeah, I tell you, for the price at the show versus price online, it is more at the show, but there's no shipping involved.
yeah. There's
So-
no shipping.
So
So
the only thing that you're spending is time waiting in line for the most part. The monetary part's all kind of like breaks even.
Yeah, very
Gotcha.
close. Very
Yeah.
close, yeah.
I didn't know they raised the price at the show for. That's
Yeah,
Yep.
standard figures now are $40 instead of $35.
Gotcha.
So it's a $5 hike, but
Well, technically, it's a $3 hike now because standard figures are $37 now.
on the website now.
Yep.
Sons of bitches.
Mm.
Yeah, they had to raise prices because those storage containers cost $20 zillion. Now. Tell you, man, we should go in the business of making storage containers or
yeah.
shipping containers, I should say. Let's get some metal, some welding.
That could be the gold mine.
Bing,
Be the
bang,
gold
boom.
mine right there.
I thought the Mythic Legions came over by Dragon Freight and Dragon flew
Right.
them over.
At that price, might as
God.
well.
Like it's like I hope like with regards to Cosmic that it does a good job and that it continues.
Oh, it will.
I'm sure
Yeah.
it will.
Do you think like like are they putting like or expanding like team members, or do you think this is now going to cut into like all the like basically what you're getting now from Mythics, like all this old school, night stuff, like
Well, they're not mythics in space. They're
They're a
kind
whole different line. Yeah,
It's like a
it's a
whole
whole different line.
line.
yeah.
It's aliens
They're
and like aliens and space people.
Yeah. So we haven't seen any what's the sci-fi term? Terrans? We haven't seen any Terrans yet. Any no Earthlings type folk. So
Terrans.
I know people are actually kind of disappointed in that.
I'm gonna feed you to the men.
Yeah.
Terran.
So maybe in this next wave we'll see some humans, some human characters. So we'll see.
Come on.
Flash.
All right. Was there anything else, or maybe we should just wrap up for tonight? We could always continue unbroadcasted, and I'll throw the link out in the Realm of Collectors Facebook group as always. So anybody watching, listening, they could just join us here and continue the conversation. You know what I'm saying? So, big shout out to Dave, man. He wasn't with us tonight, so as always, love you, miss you, man. Always love you and miss you when you're not here.
We lost half the viewers. They're like 15 minutes in, and everybody saw us. Oh, no, Dave. I saw Jeremy B jumped out. He's like, out. I'm out.
Yep.
Shit like that. It's like, no, Dave.
Yep. No, Dave.
No views.
Exactly, man. Dave, come back. Got to pay him more, guys. Got to pay him more. We love you, dude. We love you.
He brings in like at least 50 people, so
We'll go around. We'll get some where you at, and we'll call it a night for this Tuesday. Brian, I'll start with you, dude.
At Brinkalizer on Instagram. I actually posted a picture a couple weeks ago.
Whoa!
I post a picture at least every 6 months. And yeah, you can find me there and get to see me one more time this week. Mañana noche.
No mas. All right. Tomorrow is this is a shelf gravy.
Shelf gravy.
Shelf gravy. Yes. Yep. Yes. Get your appetite ready. Get it ready. All right. G Money.
Yeah. Gary Allen, the Facebook groups. Pretty much easiest spot.
That's it. All right. The Beard of Useless Knowledge.
You can find me Pigment Surgery on Instagram and Xbox Live. Of course, here on this channel, various nights of the week. And yes, tomorrow is an all new shelf gravy. So I get my
caught it.
Yeah, you caught your. Was that Airplane 2 when the doors used to go? Shh.
Yep. So awesome. Tomorrow night, all new shelf gravy. Tune in. We'll. I don't know what we're doing.
Learn y'all something.
We'll do something. You'll figure it out.
Something. Yep. All right.
Learn you some things.
Learn you some stuff. All right. And Dominic.
You can find me here Tuesday nights with you guys, and my lesson. I learned a valuable lesson this weekend, and the valuable lesson is that I have to keep Will Smith's wife out of my mouth. You can't speak anything about Jada. So just making sure you guys are aware of that.
Another meme that got me, because they're slowing down, but one that got me today was Xerxes from 300 with his hands on his shoulder, fucking on Leonidas, but it was Will Smith's face on Leonidas. Like, it was like, you're gonna let him talk to me like that, Will, or something like that.
I still like the slap with the sonic rings.
The sonic, yeah, that's great, man. Because you hear that one, you could actually in your head, That's so great.
You run around, try to get as many more as you can. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you need to get at least one, so in case you get hit again, you don't.
Yeah.
Oh,
My
man.
rings.
And okay, and as for myself, Harry can BX on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, ETR on Monday nights here on this channel here every single Tuesday, BTM or the Hangouts, and popping up elsewhere from time to time. You never know. Just before we head out, always we shout out the chat squad. So love you guys. Thanks for hanging out tonight. We will have some rock box details coming up soon. We mentioned it last night on ETR, and definitely going to be getting some details for you guys soon about that, where you could pre-order and whatnot. So stay tuned to the realm for all.
Don't spend all your money on cosmetics.
Yeah.
Yes.
Don't buy 2 retro GI Joes. Just buy one.
Buy one. Conserve.
Yeah.
Conserve. And but we'll get the further info out to you in the very near future. And with that, we'll call it a night, guys. Thank you for watching and listening. Always appreciate it. We'll be back next week with a new episode. So until then, take care, stay safe, and peace out.
Be cool.
Toodles. See you guys.
Cool.
Peace.
Say it with me now.
Round.